Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing a super quick tutorial on all 4 of the different knots that you need to know in order to do a normal friendship bracelet pattern. So without further ado, let's get right into it. These are just some scraps I had laying around. I'm just using them for the sake of the tutorial. But if you don't know where to get string, I do have a link in my description. Starting off with the very first knot, the most basic knot. This is the knot that you need for the spiral staircase bracelet. It is a forward knot. Forward. That's how you remember it. So it makes a 4. I am just going to do it on the 1 string so that you can see. So I make a 4, and then the easiest way I think to show you is I lift up this string and I grab underneath. So it might be a little bit confusing because I'm doing it on gold, but I will do it on the red in a second. So I make a 4. Now this string, it's actually short enough right now, I can just tuck it underneath. I get the end through, and then I hold the bottom string tight while I pull it up to the top. All right, the most important part about a forward knot is this string started over here. Now, if you can see, it wants to lay over here. Go from left to right. So if you're trying to go this way, you want to do a forward knot. So now I'm going to show you on red. I'll show you in detail again. So I make the 4 over this red string. The red string isn't doing anything, it's just hanging out. All right, so what I do is I have my fingers underneath. I pinch, pull the red, pull out the end of the gold, and I squeeze it up to the top. So one more time, make the 4. You can tuck it underneath if that's easier, and then pull the red tight, pull it up to the top. Now we've got a few forward knots, and you notice this string has traveled all the way from left over to right. So that's what we want. But now, what happens if you want to go back? So then we need to do a backward knot. So a backward knot is exactly the opposite of a forward knot. I use it when I want to go from right to left. So if I want the string to go this way, all right now the string's pointing this way, I want the string to go this way. So then I do a backwards 4. And it's the same thing. I want to stick the gold underneath. I grab it, and I'm going to use this hand, which I don't normally do, just so it's easier to see. And then you want to pull it in the direction you want it to go. You need to make 2 knots on 1 string to equal 1 knot. All right, the first knot sets it into place. And then the second knot, let me do it slow. Backwards 4, tuck it under the red. I'm gonna grab it with my left hand, grab the red, and pull. All right, so I've done it 2 times, that's 1. Here I do a backwards 4. The string goes under. I grab it in these pincher fingers, trade it off, and I pull tight. Right here now, if you notice when I pull, I don't know if you can see super great, but if I pull on this knot, it gets loose and the red starts poking through. If we only did single knots, that would happen. I'm right hand dominant, so I tend to do the pulling with my right hand. So these go this way, forward, and then this way is backward, with a forward backward knot. So now this is important to remember that you need 2 knots to make 1. All right, forward backward is self-explanatory because half a forward, half a backward. All right, so it's the same thing. We start with a 4. And then I lift up, a forwards 4, through, put it in this hand, and I pull it up, and that's the first half, that's the forward half. All right, now the string wants to be on this side of the red, but we don't want it there. We want it to go back the other way. All right, so then we do a backward. I do a backward 4, same as we have been. Try and get my hand out of the way. There we go, pull it through, there. And now it's back where it was. All right, one more time with this new bundle of scrap strings, I'm showing you a forward backward knot. So we start with our forward 4. Then if you're doing a bundle of strings, you want to go under the whole thing, just like that, and only do one of those. And then we switch to the backward side, where we have a backward 4, tuck the string underneath, grab the whole bundle and pull it tight, and that's our forward backward knot. All right, when you do a few of them on a bundle, this is what they should look like. I'm going to use the orange string to show us a backward forward knot. So we start with our backward 4, just like we've been doing. We do that half, and then we move on to our forward. Backward and the forward are exactly the same. Well done! I hope the video was helpful. If you have any questions, make sure and drop them down in the comments. I'll do my very best to answer them. If you'd like to test out your new skills, here is my playlist for my best beginner bracelet tutorials, and subscribe for weekly tutorial videos.